Hello everyone, welcome to Excel Insider. Ever struggled to find the last occurrence of a value in Excel? Whether you need the row number, the actual value, or a quick VBA solution, there are simple tricks for each case. In this guide, I'll walk you through 4 powerful methods from formulas to VBA, explain step by step so even beginners can follow along. So let's dive in. We will start with the lookup and the row function combined. The lookup function searches for a specified value in a range and returns a value from another range in the same position. On the other hand, the row function returns the row number of a specified cell reference or the cell in which the function is used. The first method cleverly uses the lookup function along with row to identify the row numbers of the last occurrence of a specific value. It doesn't give you the value itself, only the position where it appears. Here we have a product list in column A and their prices in column B. Suppose we want to find the row number of the last time Apple appears in the list or in the range. Take a random or helper cell in this case, E6. Enter this following formula. Let's break into pieces together. First, we check if each cell in A2 through A12 equals Apple. That gives us a list of true or false answers. Next, we divide 1 by that list. A true turns into 1 and a false becomes an error. Then the row function simply gives us the row numbers for A2 through A12. Finally, the lookup function searches for the number 2. Since it never finds a 2, it picks the last number 1 in the list instead. That gives us the row number the last time Apple appears in the range. If you press enter, you can see it is referring the row number 11, which is this, because here Apple appears for the last time in this range. That's it. Let's move on to the next method. We will use a combination of index and max function for the following method. The index function returns the value of a cell within a specified range based on, and the max function returns the largest maximum value from a set of numbers or a range of cells. This method combines index and max to return the actual value linked to the last match. It's great when you're working with related columns, like products in one column and prices in another. Suppose the cell D1 contains the value banana and column B has prices. Now take a helper cell C2, enter this following formula. Let's break this down together. First, we check cell A2 through A12 to see if it matches banana. That gives us a list of true or false values. Next, we need to know the position of each cell in that list. So we use row function. Row A2 through A12 gives the actual row numbers on the sheet like 2, 3, 4, and so on. But we don't want the actual row numbers, we want the position related to our list. To do that, we subtract the row number of the first cell A2 and then add 1. This turns the number into 1, 2, 3, and so on, the positions in our list. Finally, the if function keeps these positions only for the cells that are banana and ignore the rest. That way, we have a list of positions where banana appears. So basically, if parentheses A2 through A12 equal to D1, comma, row parentheses open A2 through A12 minus row A2 plus 1, parentheses close, finds all the positions of banana. Then the function max picks the last position. Then index B2 through B12 returns the price column B at that position. Now, if you are in older versions of Excel, you have to press Ctrl Shift plus Enter to get the result. But if you are on Microsoft Excel 365 or later versions, then you can just press Enter and it will show the exact result. You can see the value Excel returns in 1.05, which is the last occurrence or the last price of the banana in this data set. That's how simple it is. Let's move on to the next method. The XLOOKUP function searches a range or array for a specified value and returns a corresponding value from another range or array. It is a more powerful and flexible replacement for older lookup functions like VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is the modern and simpler approach. It allows you to reverse the search order so you can easily pull the last matching value without extra steps. In the last two methods, we have determined the last occurrence of the product banana and apple. In this method, we are going to find out the last occurrence of the product orange. So take a helper cell, C2 in this case, enter this following formula. Let's break this down together. Orange is the lookup value that we need to find. A2 through A2 is basically the lookup array where we can find the product orange. B2 through B12 is the return array where we will find the value of the last orange. By 0, we are referring that we need the exact match, and by -1, we're simply telling Excel to go to the reverse search method from last to first. In that case, it will scan from the last cell, and whenever it's detect the first orange, it will stop over there. So if you press enter right now, you can see it returns the value 1.2 because it was the last detected orange value in the data set. Let's learn a new method called VBA, short for Visual Basic for Applications. Not every formula you might need exists in Excel, so VBA lets you create your own custom functions by writing a little code. Once created, you can use those functions anywhere in your workbook, just like the built-in ones. By default, VBA isn't turned on in Excel, so here's how to enable it. Go to the File menu, choose Options, then Customize ribbon. On the right-hand side, scroll down below and check the developer box. Click OK. As you can see, the new developer ribbon has been created. Click on that. On the left-hand side, you can see the Visual Basic. Click on that, and the VBA editor has been opened. Click on Insert. Then in Module, over here, you can paste your following code, and it will create the custom function for you. Now enter this following code. This code basically telling Excel to create a custom function where it can find the last occurrence of a value. You can see it will find the last row of a value. Now to make it work, click on the save icon, then press save. Now let's check if the function is working or not. Go to your Excel file. In a helper cell C2, enter the custom function that you have just created, equal to last row. You can already see it has been created. Press tab. Now enter the cell reference A2 through A12, a comma. Enter the value that you're looking for. Let's say in this case the product apple. Close the parenthesis. Now press enter. You can see it returns the value 11 because it is referring the row number 11 where the product apple was appeared for the last time. So it is its last occurrence. That's how simple it is. That's all for today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and visit Excel Insider for more Excel tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, guys.